What up, Space Fam? Goes in here from Anime Up. We're back at it again to discuss the latest and craziest developments in the One Piece story, and wow. I said last time I've never been more excited to see the next chapter, and it did not disappoint. We see the aftermath of the Kaido vs Luffy fight. It officially concludes according to the narrator. We see Luffy awaken his fruit and we find out Joyboy's true identity, so make sure to stay tuned for this amazing chapter. If you do enjoy seeing these reviews and want to keep them coming, you know what to do. Channel the Pirate King within and smash that like button with no mercy. Remember, smashing is Pirate King energy and passing is Scared Orochi energy, so choose wisely. If you haven't, make this the video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to turn on all notifications or you will miss future One Piece videos and updates. And while you wait for the next chapter to drop, feel free to check out my huge One Piece playlist that includes videos on all admirals, Yonko, Supernova, and more. Link to that is in the description. And now, without further ado, let's jump into it, spoilers and all. This chapter is called We Die Together, another hype title that really emphasizes how big the stakes are right now. We pick up right where we left off, with Kaido delivering an overwhelming blow to Luffy. Kaido's face shows his displeasure at the fact that the CP0 agent interfered. Luffy exhales and goes flying around until he hits the ground, looking pretty dead. As if to confirm this, we see Momo sensing that Luffy's voice is gone. Now, it might be weird for us to hear that the protagonist is dead because obviously the protagonist isn't dead, since he's the protagonist, but shonen do this nonetheless. And in this case, it seems more like a symbolic death to signify that Luffy has become something else, but more on that later. Back to Kaido, the narrator straight up says that the victor is Kaido, king of the beasts. And I just gotta say, I respect that Oda made the narrator say that. We were primed to hear that the victor was Luffy after our guys were proclaimed winner again and again, all leading up to this final battle. But Oda used that built up expectation and delivered a solid twist. At this point, Raid will fail theorists probably got very excited, but the last part of the chapter definitely makes it less likely that the raid will fail, as we'll get into. Again, I think wording is important, and we're told the victor between Straw Hat Luffy and Kaido was Kaido, but later we're going to get a battle between Kaido and a new being, so to speak, and that battle will have its own victor, which will most likely be Luffy's latest version of himself. Kaido then turns to the CP0 agent, and as we predicted and as he did with the old lady that interfered with the Odin fight, he goes to end the dude's whole career. He hits him point blank and it's made to look like he's done, since he already had damage from Drake too. Since we don't see a body or anything, we definitely can't assume he's dead, but I think we can at least say Kaido tried to end him, as he did with the shape-shifting old lady last time his fight was interrupted. I also suggested last chapter that Kaido may have changed over time and might allow Luffy to heal rather than finishing him off, as he did with Odin after the fight was interrupted. And Oda found a way to do this, sort of. Instead of Kaido letting a hurt Luffy recover because of a sense of honor, he leaves him alone to recover because he thinks he's already dead. Still, not needing to show everyone else that he killed Luffy does seem like progress. As the ceiling caves in from Kaido's attack, we see the other CP0 agent, and I'm guessing he's giving a tilt of his hat to his fallen comrade, but it's hard to read these guys with their expressionless masks. We then jump to Kawamatsu, who is dealing with the fire. Again, he reiterates that they can't quell the fire, so everyone needs to find a way out. There is no honor in burning alive. And Oda has been emphasizing this big time throughout the arc. Don't be quick to accept an avoidable death because you think it will bring you honor. Keep trying to survive if possible. Then Kaido shows up to everyone's surprise. In his dragon form, he's asking where their leader Momo is. He wants him to declare his surrender. And he states that Straw Hat Luffy is dead. And I just want to personally add, and Sun God Luffy is born, but of course Kaido doesn't say that. Kaido is truly a beast though, in every sense of the word, and seems completely fine after his prolonged battle with Luffy, saying that if any still wish to fight, they should step forward. It's a really cool move, and the dude just exudes so much epic Yonko energy. His own men start celebrating that it's a total victory for Kaido, and of course this builds up morale on their side. Law also states that Luffy's voice has vanished, further implying he's gone. The Supernova reactions are interesting. Kid says looks like we were kidding ourselves, and Law says it's a bitter pill to swallow. He says he's got nothing left. Chopper starts crying, and again I want to be like, ye have little faith, Chopper, but at least Nami and Tama don't believe it. Tama's reaction is pretty heartbreaking because she's crying, says big bro, and you know she already had to go through this with Ace's loss, so her reaction probably affects me the most here. Back to Nami, who says Luffy can't have lost, He's not dead, it's impossible. Kaido sees that some still won't let their spirits break, and he answers with a breath blast, only to have it stopped by Marco the Phoenix, who tells them not to give up until it's over. For someone who doesn't believe Kaido though, Nami is pretty torn apart, laying there on the ground trembling. When Nami gets like this, it can't help but affect us, especially when we juxtapose how different it is to her usual I just want to make money self. I want to see Zoro or Sanji just calmly being like, no way Luffy's dead, but we obviously don't get that here, and Zoro is probably not getting up anytime soon. Kaido then shows why he's clearly not Joyboy. Joyboy is associated with liberation, and Kaido says this country is a weapons factory to him. He doesn't care if they're women or children, everyone is his slave. So yeah, Kaido is no hero, no surprise there. There was a rebellion, and now he's going to make sure his enemies work until they drop dead. That's how they'll live the rest of their miserable lives according to him. There's a great terrifying panel of him saying, "You chose to oppose me. Facing my wrath now should come as no surprise." And although he's morally wrong to do it, it's realistic and everyone should have expected as much or worse if Kaido won. A samurai is panicking saying, "No, please spare my wife and child," but it ain't happening. As Kaido says, that is what it means to lose in war. You gambled with your rights and dreams. He then says this doesn't end until they bring him Momo. In the meantime, weak extra beast pirates go to finish off the weakened Kid and Law, since they are high off of Kaido's victory. Our two Supernova look like they can't even move, and their men step in to protect them. One dude also says Kaido is tougher than a fortress, which is a cool line, and I have to agree with that. Kaido just might be the physically toughest dude I can think of. Panic is the general state of things as people run around looking for a way out as the flames spread. Kid and Law get up. Kid says, "I'm fighting. Surrendering or letting him kill us are both out of the question." And you gotta love it. I've been saying for a long time I love Kid's character, and this attitude in the face of another Yonko coming after he beat the first is just so respectable and commendable. Law doesn't sound quite as determined, and he's more upset with Luffy for not pulling off his side of the deal, but we can imagine he'll follow Kid's example as best as he can when he doesn't have a choice. Then we have Momo and Yamato. Yamato wants Momo to fight Kaido, and it would be interesting to see Momo's new power in combat, if only until Luffy interrupts the fight. Momo is as usual scared and not wanting to fight against Kaido because he feels like he'll just lose, especially if even Luffy lost. Yamato tells him he can fight until his last breath. Isn't that the way of the samurai? And again, we have the way of the samurai honorable death discussion coming about. And whereas it is a very cool code, no doubt, the arc has made us question the value of an honorable death. There may be times when it's the only way, but by this point, Oda has definitely encouraged us to look for alternative routes to victory. After all, Oden's death was epic and very honorable, but it would still be more valuable if he found a way to survive and actually beat Kaido. If everyone strong keeps dying honorable deaths, there will soon be nobody to stop Kaido and protect Wano. I do respect Yamato though, as the daughter of Oden, she's ready to fight to the end with Momo. She says, if not us, who? Everyone is at their limit, and even Kaido must be feeling it now. Which yeah, I wonder how much he is feeling it, because he is good at not letting anybody notice that he is feeling anything. Momo thinks with Luffy gone, the only option is to yield and not throw away more lives. Yamato, who remember is associated with a guardian deity of Wano through her fruit, wants to defend Wano by fighting. She refuses to accept the people of Wano being slaves until the day they die, not thinking that that's any better than death. She says suffering won't save anyone, and Momo is panicked, not sure what to do. She says all the daimyo that allowed Orochi to have his way went to their graves full of regret. Everything Wano endured for the past 20 years was for the sake of this battle. And there's something to be said also about not being able to just postpone battles again and again. She concludes, even if surrender is our only option, I'd rather die together. They have this epic moment where they look at each other and it's implied that they will go and interfere with Kaido until Luffy shows up. We know against Kaido, Yamato didn't do half bad by herself before, and with a new and upgraded Dragon Momo, I think they'll definitely be able to buy some time. Plus it will be important for the samurai to see their leader fighting for them, so we can expect to see a fight between them, however brief. And I just want to say Yamato's serious determined stare is absolutely beautiful. Oda did an amazing job with this panel. Kaido keeps attacking, causing trouble as Luffy is shown looking pretty lifeless. He kind of looks like he could play the Scarecrow from Batman right about now. We jump to Zunisha, who lets Momo know that it can hear it. It really takes it back. It can hear the drums of liberation. This is the first time in 800 years he is there without a doubt. Momo asks, who is? and Zunisha says, Joyboy has returned, and we see Luffy's melting and smiling face giving off steam. Also, the grin is written as Nika, making us associate Luffy with Joyboy and Sun God Nika at the same time. That's the end, and what an insane chapter it was. So many things we mentioned here theory-wise turned out to be correct, including that Luffy will awaken and that he is in fact the Joyboy and Sun God of the new era. Oda did not disappoint. We know this is insane for a lot of reasons. One, Luffy is no longer quote-unquote Luffy since people can't sense him anymore, meaning he's evolved into something different, something obviously much stronger. He'll become something not seen for 800 years, meaning this is something even more special than Pirate King Gold D. Roger himself. Oh my god, this is so hype. We'll get to see Luffy's awakened form soon, the new powers of it, and how this Sun God fruit functions. We'll figure out in what way is Luffy not Luffy anymore. I really hope it's not an Otsutsuki taking over Boruto kind of thing. I hope Luffy will keep his will and personality, but just have this upgraded power, and perhaps a kind of God key thing going on like in Dragon Ball Super, where Goku is still Goku, but he just takes on a new kind of key. But let me know your thoughts. What's gonna happen next? Who was your MVP in this chapter? And what fruit did Luffy consume? What's your favorite of the theories going around? Resin, Mythical Zone, or something else? Let me know in the comments. And that is it for this one. I said it during the last chapter review. I can't remember the last time I was so hyped for the next chapter. And this time, I'm even more hyped for the next chapter. We'll have to survive a break next week, but I think this chapter had enough hype to hold us over until then. If you did enjoy this review and want to keep them coming, you know what to do. Channel the Pirate King Within and smash that like button with, you guessed it, no mercy. Just like Kaido smashed the CP0 agent, no mercy, smash it. Remember, smashing his Pirate King energy and passing his Scared Orochi energy, so choose wisely. If you haven't, make this the video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to turn on all notifications or you will miss future One Piece videos and updates. And while you wait for the next chapter to drop, feel free to check out my huge and growing One Piece playlist that includes videos on all the Admirals, Yonko, Supernova, and much more. Link to that is in the description. And until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys. Bang, bang.